Today is Monday, the 15th of June 2026, and it is a pleasant morning and a warm welcome to your program, Good Morning, Sir Leone, the program that always starts your day. I am Sheku Sumaila.
A very pleasant morning here at Broadcasting House, and welcome to your favorite breakfast show, Good Morning, Sir Leone. As always, it starts today with analysis and views on issues of national concern. Where we start with our quote of the day, and our quote of the day is from Indian actor Susan Hing Rajput, and it says, "Instead of sounding pretentious, phony, or repetitive, do not speak." In the program this morning, Sierra Leone to host the first edition of the MRU Youth Connect that seeks to unlock the region's demographic dividend by focusing on trade and agriculture, technology and AI, peace and security. And the SLBC, the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, is celebrating 16 years since the SLBS merged with the UN Radio and became a corporation. And Motorbike Union speaks on ongoing development in the union. These stories plus more, including your messages. We are waiting for your birthday wishes for the SLBC. Just send them to the number on your screen. The number is 030073719, or you go to our Facebook page, slbc.sl, and you can also do so on all other social media platforms. This is Good Morning, Sierra Leone.
We are back, and the program you are still watching is Good Morning, Sir Leone, live from a broadcasting house, New England Vale in Freetown. Well, today is a special day for the country. It is a special day for the SLBC. Today is exactly 16 years since the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service and the venue and radio merged to form the SLBC. But one thing that we must know is that this corporation came into being as a result of one of the recommendations in the TRC report. Well, we shall delve into that later in the program. But however, in 1934, the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service (SLBS) was formed from the Freetown Redivision Service, making it the earliest English language radio broadcast service in West Africa. Television broadcast started in April 1963 as a cooperation between the SLBS and commercial interests. The service was initially limited to Freetown on Channel 2. Coverage was extended to all districts in 1978 when the service was also upgraded to color. Before the country's civil war, SLBS had FM and shortwave transmissions from Freetown. High power medium wave had been discontinued sometime before that. A high-power shortwave station was constructed during the 1970s and used for leased transmission of international broadcasters after SLBS could not afford to operate it. Television was broadcast on UHF, having replaced by the earlier VHF system. During the war, the Buffalo shortwave station was completely destroyed and looted. It is not known if it had been broadcasting before this, the rest of the SLBC's facilities fell into disrepair. From 1999 onwards, the UK's Department for International Development renovated the radio services, including the Goodrich shortwave station. The Goodrich station transmitted for a year before part of the antenna system was destroyed by lightning in June 2002. The SLBC was formed in April 2010 when the government-owned Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service SLBS merged with the United Nations peacekeeping radio station known as UNAMSL. The SLBC was formally inaugurated in June 15, 2010 by the Sierra Leone's President Ernest Bai Koroma and United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. It is under the supervision of the Sierra Leone Ministry of Information and Civic Education for now. In the studio to talk more on this is a staff who has institutional memory, and she is no less a person than Madame Bora Sise. Good morning, Madame Bora Sise, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Sheku. Good morning, viewers.
Now, I describe you as somebody who has institutional memory, which means you've taken a long time here, and you know exactly how things have been happening. And you were there also when there was this transition from the SLBS to the SLBC, which came as a result of a merger between the then UN Radio and the SLBS, which had existed for over 60 years as a state-owned and controlled broadcaster. Now, just give us some memories of the SLBS, before the transformation or before the migration from, a state-owned 100% state-owned and controlled broadcaster to a public service broadcaster. Tell us a bit about how the SLBC was, how we are things.
Thank you, Sheku. For me, I joined this institution in 1986, 40 years ago, in January. And when I came to this place, by then the Director General was the late Mohamed Jawad Tunis. We were working on real tapes in those days. We were using typewriters. I was employed as a secretary. There are times when the keys would not be available when we want to type. We have to use chewing gum to fix the keys so that we would type. And in those days, for programs, people doing programs, you have to get a synopsis of each program before going on air. When you go and do your job, you come, you write your news, it has to be edited, and then you relate to the producer before your news can be typed or aired out. And then as an announcer, you come very early. By then, those days, we have 8 o'clock news for radio, and we have 9 o'clock. But the television didn't stay long when I came to this place. So we didn't have much time by then for television. But working with the radio, as an announcer on the radio, you have to come early to pick up the news. You go through the news, you make corrections. And for announcements, radio, I was working with the presentation manager. I worked with Agatha Kamara late for 15 years in that area. And now she's telling you, announcers should be here at 5. When you come, you go to the presentation office, you pick up the file, you are going to sit there. You go through names, for names you don't know, for you to pronounce well. And we, as secretaries, if we find out while processing the obituaries that there are names that are difficult, that we think people will not be able to call, especially on those local names, we break the spellings into syllables to help you go through. And by then, when you come to this place, we are having trainings. You don't just come today and you go on air. No, during SLBS days. No. Even if you are in the local unit, you have to go through training.
So, Madam Sise, let's talk about, you are taking us through the days of the SLBS, which you have been here for 40 years now.
Yeah.
Because this is 2026 and you came in 1986. 40 years now down the line. Tell us one of your best moments at the SLBC, or some of the things besides the production and other stuff, because we also have different departments and you have been working with some of these departments. Tell us some of the things that you would love to see now in the SLBC.
I would like to see the SLBC go from day to day, from one level to another, in terms of presentation, production, and in terms of how staff of this department will carry themselves. You should have passion for this job. It's only passion that will help you to sail through. You should be ready to accept corrections. And you should be on top of the situation always as a broadcaster for this place to excel more than it is now.
Okay, so I've heard you many times saying that when we came to the SLBC, the salary was not big, it was very small, but we enjoyed doing the work as compared to now that we have all this technology improvement, now that we have these sophisticated studios, sophisticated cameras and all the other stuff. So let's talk about that, because you said you had love. So even when you don't have enough money, you were just happy and you worked very hard for the SLBS thing. Let's talk about those memories, and why do you keep saying that?
Frances, for me personally, it makes me feel good whenever I talked about the SLBS. The SLBS was like a family. When you leave your home, you come to this place. Everybody is willing and happy to receive you. Those days, I was paid 40 euros, 1,000 until 4,000 euros. The money was not what we are looking at. It's the relationship that we've built, we met in this.
But then do you see that eroding? Because based on your own memories of the SLBS, you know, even before it, I mean, the transition, the transformation to SLBC, you said there was love, there was unity, there was passion. But then do you see those values eroding?
Well, they are enrolling, but not as how I personally was expecting it to be. When we were working with the SLBS, if you are behaved from the Director General to the list staff, would give you support. Those days, even though the money was not enough, we are working for small things, but if you are sick, the whole office will know that check is sick. People will rush to see you.
So, but when we say that is still visible at the SLBC, it's just that because of modernization and just like you keep saying it, before then there were not so much technology, but now that the situation is changing, so you've not been able to see people as if they are coming together, but yet we still have that kind of
yes,
culture.
I know, but what I'm saying, in those days we work under difficult times. Now we have computer. In those days, you have to use the typewriter. You are listening to this. This will come. Hey, Frances, can you please help me here? You're always willing to help. But I don't see that kind of thing now. Only few people can give in to step in for the company.
All right.
But then, no, before going to the,
because yes, actually we need to let the public see what we have to do
fantastic
in the studios.
You know, that cake befits this anniversary. 16 years of you know, contributing to national development as a public service broadcaster. Now, the SLBS existed for over 60 years as a state-owned and controlled broadcaster. Now it is a public service broadcaster, which means this broadcaster is now owned by the public, you know, and which is why every shade of opinion of you, you know, is accepted. But well, by the way, let me just, you know, it will be, you know, probably I don't want to make that mistake, but this Madam just saying, Madam Gloria Sise, she is the voice. She is the voice behind the obituaries you hear every day. You know, the obituaries, the in-memoriam, birthdays. You know, she is the voice. She is the voice behind that. You know, so whenever you listen or you're watching SLBC and there is this voice, you know, reading the obituaries, but she is the one. But then now that we are in a new era of broadcasting, from a state-owned and controlled broadcasting to a public service broadcasting, what are some of your expectations? What do you expect?
I expect to see more things, because in those days we were suffering. Now we are in a digital world. I expect to see more equipment. I expect to see people yearning to do more in this institution, so that wherever I go, I say I worked in that institution and I left that institution proudly.
All right. Thank you very much, Rhoda. Well, quickly we have to let the public see what we have in the studios. As you know, today is our birthday, the birthday of the SLBC, the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. So we have a cake in the studio, and this cake was donated to us by somebody. We'll have to talk to her later on in the program. But just see what is happening now. That's the birthday cake. Sheku, it's so.
Yes,
so
indeed. That cake, I can't wait. I can't wait to have a bite. I can't wait to have a bite. That cake, as you can see for itself, what you see is what it is. That cake is a very special cake.
It's our 16th anniversary cake.
Sure. That cake is made for a special institution, and that institution is the SLBC. As some of us know, for over 16 years, we've been, doing what is exactly expected of us as a public service broadcaster. Every view matter, every opinion matter. So that is exactly what we've been doing.
All right, thank you very much. Well, this is Good Morning, Sierra Leone, and if you're at home, in your offices or wherever you are and you're watching us, just send your birthday wishes for the SLBC. The SLBC, of course, has served you for 16 years, and we are not talking about the SLBS, but the SLBC for 16 good years. The SLBC has been there to serve you, to bring you information, entertainment, and some more important information that you need to know. So we continue with the program, and now we go to health. As you know, we are your voice, and your voice and my voice.
Well,
therefore, we'll turn the mic to whoever that is ready to talk to the public. Definitely. And that's why we are now turning the mic to Direct Aid, as they will be conducting a free surgical screening for people in Sierra Leone. Well, we have Dr. Abdul Kanu. He is health from the Health Department, Direct Aid Sierra Leone. Good morning, Dr. Kanu, and welcome to the SLBC.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Direct Aid, you have been in Sierra Leone for some time now, and you've been working in different areas. I could recall I've covered some of your activities from Ebola, Corona, and all of this stuff, and you are organizing a free screening for people in the Western, is it just the Western area?
No.
In the whole country.
Yes.
So let's talk about how is this going to look like, and who are you targeting?
So first of all, everybody should know that Direct Aid usually organizes programs, and they are free, from the screening to the surgery. If there is a need to admit, the medications, everything is free. Nobody should ask you for anything. The only thing you are responsible for is if you are going to stay in Freetown, where you are going to stay, or the food to eat.
Okay.
But whatever that concerns the surgery, the screening, and the admission, medications, everything is free. So Direct Aid is doing this with Freetown, in partnership with Freetown International Hospital, FIH, at Beach Road, Lonely. That is where the surgeries will be done. You understand? So the screening will be mainly 4 days. The screening. Not
So which area are you focused in? The last time I recall you focused on hernia and others. So let's talk about
this time. There are different surgeries.
Okay.
So hernia is one of them, and as we already know, hernia is common in Sierra Leone, although often misunderstood. Somebody will say, I heard sometimes people passing and say, if you drink this medicine now, you feel better. It's not hernia. Hernia is like having a sack. Things are inside, and there is weakness on one part, and then the content inside protrude outside. So you cannot drink something to take it inside. The surgery has to be done to be brought back inside and closed. So that is a total misunderstanding of the condition. And we have thyroid conditions also. People that have this swelling on the neck, yes, they also do that. We also have hemorrhoids, commonly called pie. Yes, hemorrhoidectomy. That also is involved this time. And appendicitis, appendectomy. If the appendix, you have any problem with the appendix, it can be removed also in this program. Even breast lumps, for women that have breast lumps, fibroadenoma, or whatever the swelling you have, it can also be removed. And you have vaginal fistula. For women that face usually prolonged obstructed labor and other conditions, they usually have a condition called fistula. Fistula is like an abnormal connection between two openings. So you know the bladder is above and the anterior part, and the vagina is downwards. Women that have obstructed labor for a very long time, there can be a connection between the vagina and the bladder. So instead of the urine come out where it's supposed to come out, it's coming out somewhere else. And also we have urethral stricture for the old people. Some people find it's very difficult to urinate. They feel pain due to urethral stricture. So you come, if they screen you and you are quite eligible, then your surgery will be done. We also have undescended testes, normally called cryptorchidism. So this is a condition where in some children, normally during the pregnancy, as a child grows in the abdomen, the testes grow near the kidneys. And as you grow and after giving birth, the testes should have come down to the testes. But for some reasons, this testis does not descend to the normal position. So these people face infertility. They cannot reproduce. So if this is the case, this can be brought down to their normal position.
So in other words, you're also going to screen young women who are facing issues with infertility?
Yes, but it can be not everybody with infertility, but not medical condition.
Okay,
but even with surgical condition, growth and other, you understand, not medical, but the surgical aspect of it.
All right.
Yes, and hydrocele. Hydrocele is like, as I mentioned earlier, there is a part that the testes, the bulbs, come down from the abdomen to the scrotum. So that part normally closes some weeks after birth. But if it remains, then it does not close. Fluid from the abdomen can drip down to the testes, and that can enlarge the testes, and it can form a sac, fluid-containing sac down the testes. It can be like anything. So it can also be drained.
But Doc, let us talk about in as much as
you still have more screening that you'll be doing.
Yes. Let us talk about now. You've explained a lot of things that I think those that you are targeting are supposed to know. Like for example, you've just explained certain conditions that people have them, but they are not aware. They don't know because they've not been told. No, they've not been schooled on some of these things. So they go with probably thinking that it is probably some other ailments when in fact there are something else or there are things else. Now, tell us, apart from the surgeries that you do you really also have any outreach programs? Like for example, you explain to people some of these conditions, signs and symptoms, because ignorance again, some of the people are dying, they are dying out of ignorance. But then, apart from the surgeries, do you engage in outreach programs, explaining to people for them to understand?
So, first of all, before I come to your question, we are going to do a screening. You can come, they screen you. If you are qualified, they take your information. But to your question, that's why this time we want to engage, we want to play with different media stations. We are going to have time. So one of the specialists from Freetown International Hospital, we are going to be hosting programs in different media stations to explain some of these conditions. What I'm saying is just general knowledge.
But I'm talking apart from this media engagement that you are having. This media engagement, helps. But the thing is, outreach programs, you go to the fakais, you go to the hard-to-reach areas, communities. So what I'm saying, is that part of your package, as an NGO, in health? Do you reach out?
So we have outreach program. Every year, Directed has 4 centers in Sierra Leone: Kenema, Lunge, Makeni, and Freetown. Every year we conduct outreaches. But related to this surgery, if that is your point, related to the surgery, no, we are not.
No, it is not. Now the point is, it is not specifically on the surgery.
Okay.
I'm talking about, as part of your program, what you do as an NGO?
Yes, we do outreaches.
Because in health education is very essential.
Yeah.
You know, you go tell people what they should know, how they should prevent themselves, from certain ailments. So, how much do you do?
Yeah, we do outreaches, but not specifically for all these conditions. We choose specific things. It can be malaria, typhoid, depending on whatsoever we choose. So when we go, we discuss the condition and test people and then give medications. That's how we do it. But not like all of this.
There isn't a program for that.
Mentioned, yes.
But then how many are you expecting today? How many are you expecting to perform surgeries on today?
Well, from 150 to 200.
So have you started the screening?
No.
You are, when is
we are
it?
starting the screening on the 19th and the 20th at Koso Town Center and Salam Gates Koso Town. And after that is this Friday and this Saturday coming. And then after that, on Monday and Tuesday, it will continue at FIH, Freetown International Hospital. No, just screening first. And the 22nd, 23rd at Freetown International Hospital. After that now, every day to the end of July, screening will happen, but not again the rest of the day.
Okay.
That's after the 23rd.
Okay.
From the 19th to the 24th, there will be screening from 8 to 4.
But then you do follow-ups.
After the 24th.
Having operated on these, your beneficiaries.
Yes.
Do you also do follow-up?
So this time to be specific, we used to do follow-up, but this time it's going to be more thorough because what we are trying to do now, directing having been in Salem for over many years and has been a lot of productive work. This time we want to make it a research base. So the follow-up will be more thorough than the previous surgeries they have been doing.
All right.
So we will obviously do follow-up.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Kanu. He is Dr. Kanu and he is from the Health Department of Diet Aid Sierra Leone. This is Good Morning Sierra Leone and we are broadcasting live from Broadcasting House, New England in Freetown. Do send us your comments and views if you are interested in the topics that we are discussing. Yeah, mind you, the SLBC is celebrating 16 years of existence today. So it's now time for us to go into our health tips as we are just talking to a doctor. So today in our health tips, we take a look at what causes hiccups. Hiccups are a common reflex that starts when something irritates the nerves controlling your diaphragm. This causes an involuntary muscle spasm that pulls in air and snaps your vocal cords shut, creating a hic sound. Learn what causes hiccups from common triggers to underlying medical issues from this video.
We've all experienced a bout of hiccups that interrupts a conversation or a meal. Most of the time, they're harmless and temporary. But what's really going on? Hiccups are a common reflex that starts in your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle under your lungs. When something irritates or disrupts the nerves that control your diaphragm, it can cause an involuntary muscle spasm. This quick jerk motion pulls air in and snaps your vocal cords shut, leading to the familiar hiccuping sound. Most hiccups are transient, which means they come and go quickly. They're usually triggered by everyday activities that irritate your diaphragm, like eating too much or too quickly, eating foods that are very hot, cold, or spicy, drinking carbonated or alcoholic beverages, swallowing excess air while you eat or drink, and smoking tobacco or cannabis. Sometimes hiccups last more than a few minutes. Persistent hiccups are those that last longer than 48 hours, while intractable hiccups are those that last longer than a month. These prolonged hiccups are often caused by underlying medical conditions or triggers, like gastrointestinal issues, like acid reflux, central nervous system problems, like stroke or Parkinson's, lung conditions like pneumonia, tumors or metabolic imbalances, or certain medications or recent surgeries involving anesthesia. Transient hiccups can be a nuisance, but they usually go away within a few minutes. To speed up the process, you can try home remedies, like holding your breath or sipping cold water. But if your hiccups last more than 2 days, or interfere with activities like eating, sleeping, or breathing, See a healthcare provider to check for underlying causes. They'll find the cause and recommend treatment so you can start feeling better and hiccup-free.
Well, I guess you've learned a lot from that short video, and make sure you watch over your health. This is Good Morning, Leone, and the SLBC is celebrating 16 years of existence since it became a corporation after that merger with Leone Radio. So earlier on we had Madam Rhoda say she has been in this institution for 40 years. Since 1986, and she's still here with us.
And it is exactly 40 years.
40 years.
This year.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
That she is in a studio to tell us about some of the memories of the SLBS and to take us to the SLBC. But for now, there are activities lined up to mark these particular anniversary celebrations, and we have people who have been working behind the scene to make sure we get a good anniversary celebration. Even the cake you are seeing in the studio, we have people who have been putting their time together to make sure we get them done. So one of those people Diana Duarte. Good morning, Diana, and welcome to Good Morning, Leone.
Good morning, Frances. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody.
So 16 years of SLBC. 16 years of SLBC, and I've seen you've been moving all over the place to make sure you get the SLBC celebrating its 16th anniversary. When I came this morning, I said, "Go and put something at the studio." And I said, "It's decoration." So you've been the brain behind this. Let's talk about how has it been for you to make sure we get some of the things that we are seeing now to celebrate 16 years.
Thank you very much. Well, it just happened that we've not been celebrating SLBC ever since I came here. I came, I think, a year or two before going to SLBC, and we have never.
So you've also had some memories of
SLBS, yes, and we have never ever celebrated SLBC, and I think it's for the change, from SLBS to SLBC. It should be something we should be celebrating. We are the voice of the people. It's your voice and my voice. We are the mouthpiece. We are the nation's pride. So we should be celebrated, no matter the condition, no matter the situation. We should be celebrated, and we saw it fit, because I'm not the only one. We saw it fit that whatever little thing we can do, we should remember this day. At least we should start somewhere.
Well, tell us, this day, I can see the passion. And Rhoda was talking about passion. I think the watchword here is passion. Because one thing about this job, if you don't have passion for it, you can never do it.
Yeah.
Because there are times you work under very harsh conditions, but that is what you decided to do. That is why I always say, every opinion matters. Yeah. Every voice matters. Now tell us, as we celebrate today, 16 years since the transformation from SLBS to SLBC, which came as a result of a merger between Leone Radio and SLBS at that time. Tell us, today we are celebrating 16 years. What is in this package? Since you are the coordinator for this 16th anniversary celebrations, what are some of the things that the public should expect today?
Well, not the public.
No, we already know
yes.
what is in the package for this anniversary. But it is also good that, we are a public service broadcaster.
Yes.
So the public should also know, some of the things that we will know today.
Okay. Everyone, what cannot play makes Jack a dog. That I'll tell him. And so for people to know, we're going to have a fun day. It's like a family day. You understand? But we're going to be having activities. We've lined up activities. I have the support of Kabi as well. He coordinated most of it. We're going to have games. We're going to have eating race. Among staff members, we're going to have.
Have you already identified the potential?
In fact, somebody called me over the weekend and told me, Diana, I am interested. everybody. I know so many people, and I was told certain people are qualified for eating rice.
Wow.
We have musical chair. We have dance. We have dancing competitions, miming, karaoke. We have three-legged race. We have blind race, and we do have a race that I don't know if people are going to. Well, I do believe people will.
But are you also expecting the public to join us as we celebrate?
No, this one is in-house.
In-house.
This is in-house. Probably the board, but not outsiders. We invited some former staff members, the ones that left, and they'll be coming around to have fun with us. But it's an in-house something for now. But maybe next year we'll plan something bigger for the public to, meet.
But then, quickly, let us do a rundown of individuals who have actually led this institution since that transformation from SLBS to SLBC. Of course, we know Dr. Ivan Ajibulason was acting, as an acting Director General of the SLBC. After him, Dr. Terawali also came as acting Director General, and after which we got our first substantive Director General.
After Mr. Terawali, we had Mr. Steve.
No, Steve was before. It was doing that kind of indirect, and the transition from Cashew Wellington, the transition from Cashew Wellington to. It was during that period that Steve Conte acted as Director General.
And he was
Dr. Terawali, after Dr. Terawali, now we got the first substantive Director General of the SLBC, who was the late Dr. Konabo Holloway. After Dr. Konabo Holloway, then came Van Cassel. Samuel Bakassel acted as a Director General. After Samuel Bakassel, then came Joseph Egbenda Kapua. And after Joseph Egbenda Kapua, the incumbent, the current Director General, in the person of Madam Josephine Fatima, Kamara. In fact, she is the first woman to head the SLBC. As SLBC.
Yes.
Before then, we had Violeta Adeka, the late Gina Bata Thomas. She's now late. So that is how it is. These are the people who actually who have worked as heads of this institution since its transformation from SLBS to SLBC. So we must say congratulations to all of them. Those who are late, we pray that their souls rest in peace. Well, take us through this quickly before going to you and Diana again. Let me come to Rhoda. Now, Rhoda, how does it feel? When there are days you have to read dozens of obituaries, or obituary announcements? How does that feel?
Sheku, let me not forget. I want to inform the public that this Director General was one time a staff of this institution. The present Director General, Josephine Kamara, she was part of us in this institution before she left.
The SLBS.
So, the SLBS. So she's a daughter of the soil.
Okay.
So we are expecting much from her. To take this institution to another level. Now, asking.
How does it feel?
How I feel.
Reading dozens of obituary announcements.
As I told you earlier on, I had passion for this thing. So it doesn't matter whatever scripts come for the day. But one thing I know is that I feel good editing the scripts, learning new names, and just playing around with the language. If you observe when I read these notices, these obituaries, I don't normally say the death is announced. No. The death is reported, the death occurred, the death took place, playing with the language, and it improves my language.
But do you see it as a solemn, each time you read these obituaries,
yes, for young people,
a solemn moment for you?
Yes, for young people. If I read obituaries for the aged, it doesn't hits me up.
Doesn't
But
pain you much.
yes, but when I read obituaries for young people in their teens, 30s, 40s, I feel so bad.
All right, thank you very much, Ruth. As I say, continue to stay with us in the program where we have somebody who said, okay, the SLBC is 16 years, and as a public broadcaster, I'm going to gift them a birthday cake. And that individual is in the studios with us this morning. She actually got the cake that you have seen for the SLBC today, anniversary cake, and she is here with us in the studio. So good morning, my lady, and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, viewers.
Okay, so let's talk about this cake. What even brought that initiative or that feeling that, look, the SLBC is celebrating 16 years. Let me just gift them this anniversary cake.
Yeah, so I think 2 weeks ago, I got a message from Ms. Diana. She explained the concept to me and told me that SLBC will be celebrating its 16th anniversary, and they would like for me to do a cake for them. And I was like, okay, I think that would be a very beautiful thing for me to also like contribute to the celebration. So I told her that no problem, I'll do the cake. I remember I did my research and I ideas to choose from. She finally decided on something that they said I should do, and I was able to execute exactly what was given to me to do this morning.
Okay, so this cake is very beautiful, and I'm sure you have people out there who might want to get the same cake from you. Let's talk about your business, because you're giving us this cake as a gift. And we in return at the SLBC, we have the audience who have also let the public know that yes, we have good people who have been working with the SLBC, who have been following the SLBC, who appreciate what the SLBC is doing, who also do a little bit of publicity for you so that people know that you have set business. What's the name of your business?
The business name is Auntie Vicky's Cakes. It's a brand that is Iranian brand that is located in Waterloo. We started off in 2018. At the time, it was just a hobby. At that time, I just discovered my passion for cakes, and I was just looking at different videos and then practicing. In 2019, we were registered as a business, and we started doing the cakes because I saw that people were interested in the cakes. At the time, I was just doing it for family and friends, and people were willing to pay for it. And I said to myself, okay, let me turn it into a business. And I registered it, and then we started operating. And over the years, Auntie Vicky's Cakes has grown into something that is more than cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about what is in that cake. What is that cake made of?
Okay. So this is a 4-tier cake, and each tier is representing each of the tier. The first tier has the map of Sierra Leone with the Sierra on it. The second tier has the Leone with the waves. And then we have the third tier which have the broadcasting. You will see like the camera there, and then I think there's also like the studio lights there. And then we have the base tier. And the base tier, you also have some different ornament that represent a TV station. Yeah, so this is like a cake representing the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation.
Well, the imagination, because this must have come out of some creativity. You know, some creativity must have happened, and we can see that cake. You know, I can't wait to have the bite. You know, because as it is now, the saliva has already started rolling.
I know.
But the fact remains that you've done a marvelous job for us, and we congratulate you. We appreciate you. I know management also appreciates you. I think by extension, even the board, because what you've done is great, is in appreciation of the work we do here as public service broadcasters. But now, Diana has been talking about you. This is the first time we've heard about you because you've been supportive. Now, tell us, Diana, today's event, because there's not going to be one, insofar as the sports, sports aspects of our celebrations, is concerned. You want to see guys who can eat, yeah? You want to see ladies who can dance. So now, for example, those who are now watching us, who have not the opportunity to come here, what probably could be, the urge, should they eventually develop interest in what we are doing there today?
Come again.
What I'm saying is that what really the public should expect.
Okay, today is our day. To start with, we're going to showcase everything, no matter what people say about SLBC. Oh, they're not invited. Oh, then they got spoiled up today. You like it or not, today's SLBC's birthday, and we're going to showcase SLBC. We learn to wash our dirty linens at home. We're going to give people, viewers, what we do, the good side, not just the negative side.
But do you have a first aid?
Yes, in fact, I consulted I spoke with Fire Force. I spoke with Fire Force. I spoke with emergency.
So let's talk about who and who will be taking part in this. Are we going to see the Director General, the Deputy Director General?
I do have a package for them. I did not disclose it.
The Deputy Director General is not a good sportsman. You have to be careful so that you don't get injuries.
We have a package for them, and we decided not to share it with them. We shared the others, but for them, probably even the board, including the board, if board members are around, we do have a package for them, but we've not yet disclosed it. And we do have a race as well, where a slim person, a slim man should carry somebody with a weight, ladies with weight, and you're going to run from one end to the other. And that is where emergency comes in.
Yes.
No, the reason now, I was asking about a first aid kit, especially for those who be participating or competing in the eating race.
And the volleyball.
And the volleyball as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I told you that you have to be there because the Deputy Director. It's not a sportsman. You can only speak sports, but nothing beyond that.
Our Deputy Director General has just joined us, and he is Mohammed Asmiba, the Deputy Director General of the SLBC. He is also here in a celebration mood, and he wants to see the best of today. But Mr. Ba, welcome to the program, and the program you are watching is a special program on SLBC's 16th anniversary since the transformation from SLBS to SLBC, which I say it was as a result of the merger between the SLBS and the UN radio at that time. Our Deputy Director General is here, Mohammed Asmuta. Welcome to the program, and congratulations on our 16th anniversary, Mr. Ba.
Thank you very much. I had my name, so I decided to walk into the studio.
So how does it feel? Celebrating 16 years as a public service broadcaster.
Imagine a child at 16. It means that child has finished primary. Secondary is also on its way. Finishing, the child is now heading to university. So that's a great achievement for any family. And imagine an institution like SLBC. And some of us witnessed that history on that day when SLBC was born. We were here when SLBS faded and SLBC came into being. And I think having witnessed all these two historic events, just like the Berlin Wall, when the Berlin Wall came down, those who witnessed the 1945 Second War, when the war began, and when they witnessed the end of the war, and when they also witnessed the bringing down of the Berlin Wall, you can imagine the sense of history that they carried. So that's the kind of generation we are. Those of us who ushered in SLBS and took part in the work of SLBS.
Mr. Ba, as the Deputy Director General, you are not just a staff of the SLBC, but you are homegrown. You've been here, you've gone through the ranks, and today you have emerged as the Deputy Director General of the SLBC. A very proud one, because for those of us who came to the SLBC, because we only came here during the SLBC days.
Yeah, you were
so let's talk about how it feels to go through the process of being a reporter different stages at the SLBC, and today you are at the level of top management. How does it feel?
For instance, that's a very touching question. I normally say to reporters in the newsroom, use my story as an inspiration. I came here at the beginning of the millennium. By then we had just sat to our WAS. I did not even have the 5 subject requirements, but it was under the Director Generalship of Gina Banda Thomas. I came in as during a holiday job. There were adverts and people applied and we applied. We came in, we sat for an examination and we got the opportunity and the privilege to work at the then SLBS. So I started then because working at SLBS had always been my dream, because I grew up in a home. Unfortunately, my father did not have Western education. He only had Islamic knowledge, but he always listened to SLBS news. Here is the national news read by, for example, Isaac Soa and others. So I always knew that 8 p.m. SLBS news, 10 p.m. a repeat of that news. So I grew up in that kind of home. So working at, when I came to SLBS, was a dream come true. We had to go through the cadre. We came here.
Much in the sense that because of all the stages you went through at the SLBC to where you are, that's why sometimes when in the production meeting you say, go home if you don't have your stories. I say, okay, now he's telling us that he has been here, this is what he went through, and now he's implementing as the boss. So what are some of the things do you think as a management you should put together to make sure you get the job attractive again? Because reporters will say, well, it's really not attractive anymore, but as management you must have your plans. You must have things that you are putting together to make sure you get reporters interested in the job again.
Well, I agree that it is not as rosy as we want it, but it is also not as unfortunate, as bad as people might think. Last week, the DJ and I went to AYV to visit the MD for Umar Ufufana to learn from AYV and for AYV to also learn from us. And believe me, when we sat with Umar Ufufana, when we had an engagement with him, Umar said, "Oh, this is happening at SLBC. Wow, you guys are doing something extraordinary." So meaning, it is not as bad as people think. Sometimes you only need to go to other institutions and see what is happening there. Then you appreciate what you have. I mean, this is not the SLBC we want. That's fact. We want SLBC to be better than it is now. But when I came here, some more than 20 years ago, I had to walk from Furabe to New England. I would come maybe 45 days. I had to walk. I was not on salary. Yes, I went through that. But that did not stop me from going out and doing news and doing interviews. You know, so like I said, this generation of reporters or producers or whatever don't concentrate on what you get now. Land the job, make your contacts, the goodies will come later.
But then do you see us playing the role as...
And I'm coming short with just a few minutes. And management is not oblivious of the current situation. We are working very hard. The DJ and her team, we are ensuring that come a few months from now, things are going to be better than they are now.
Okay,
that's an assurance.
That is, you know,
you can
now this is
you can take that to the bank.
No, we are all very optimistic, you know, because the thing is like Mr. Bai is explaining. Also, all of us know how we came, how difficult things were. But we are not there yet. But I believe that with commitment and dedication, we will be there one day.
So finally, before you leave us, Deputy.
You want to talk about food?
No, I'm talking about the games. So I'm talking about the games. I just heard from Diana that there are some events that you'll be taking part in.
So you doubt my sportsmanship?
For my time being at the SLBC, I don't know you to be a sports person. Yes, you do speak sports. You talk about sports.
No.
You are just like the coach for SLBC.
No, Shaku is a theoretical sportsman. All he knows about sport is theory.
You are the practical.
Ask him when was the last time he kicked a ball.
I played football. That is why I have passion for football.
When? How long ago?
What? You don't know me much.
So do you know many goals?
When he was at Albert Academy.
We have our veteran team at Leone. Yes.
And you are just one of those
It's
people
number
that by
And the thing is that my contribution to football in this country is immense. You know, I've been a football commentator at National Stadium. So
And now a coach
I've
at
commented.
Oh yeah, Sheku, that's something we need to talk about. Remember, I mean, we were small boys back then, and we had our producer Unisa Dimkabwa and others. I mean, they took us to the stadium in that commentary booth, and we also, like he said, we made some commentaries, you know. So, first, before I leave you, what I want to say to our colleagues, let's be hopeful. Life is about hope. We are not as hopeless as people might think, or as some of us might want to believe. I am a very hopeful individual. I believe we have good people at SLBC. We have professionals at SLBC. What we need to inculcate is hard work and discipline. This morning I listened to my auntie here, Auntie Oda, on Morning Coffee. You heard her say, when she came here in the 80s, the kind of systems that SLBC had, you will not come today and appear on TV today. When you make one mistake, you are going to be moved on air. You will not present for a while. Sometimes when you take those actions, people see you as if you are wicked. No, you are not. Discipline is what can bring sanity in any institution. I mean, life in general, if there is no discipline, I mean, chaos is going to take over. So to my colleagues at SLBC, let's be hopeful. Better days are coming, and the better days have started coming already.
Okay, the better days have started coming. Now, Mr. Ba,
The studio we are now occupying, where we are doing Good Morning show. Is this how the studio was a few months back?
No.
This is not how it was, right? This is a brand new studio, very cozy. Go to other television stations and see what they have and see what we also have. You know that better days have started coming.
But you spoke about discipline, you know, as an authority. Do you see discipline eroding? Probably if you have to make a comparative analysis as to, you know, when we came, the structures that were in place, discipline that was in place.
But
do you see that eroding in a way?
I mean, it has. I will not sweep that under the carpet. I mean, it's not only affected. It's not only on SLBC. That's a national problem. The issue of discipline. Go to other institutions. People don't come to work on time. I mean, it is just the sad reality. And sometimes, as leaders, when you want to take actions, you know me, Francis, I don't know me. I normally say, we can be friends, but when it comes to the job, I will put our friendship aside. And when it comes to discipline, I will discipline not out of malice, not out of anger, but because I want the job to be done.
So now,
for example, a program should start at 9. It should end at 9:45. If it goes beyond 9:45, that's indiscipline. It should start at 9 and ends at 9:45. That's part of discipline. Work starts at 9 o'clock or 8:30. Be here on time. You are here to work. Be here on time. When you come, ask yourself, like the DJ normally say, what have you done for the day? What did you do? Ask yourself. You are being paid from taxpayers' money. Every month, no matter how small your salary is, it comes every month. Every month, no matter how. You know, the interest about salary, no matter the amount you are paid, there is one feeling you get when you go to the bank and you are told that your salary has come in. The feeling you get, because this is your hard-earned money, something you toil for. You are proud of that. So let's be hardworking, let's be hopeful. If ask me if I can become deputy DG, anyone in this institution.
So what I will take away from this interview,
ask me and more than ask me back.
I'm going to hold on. Now that I've heard from the Deputy Director General, definitely I will hold on at the SLBC. We will wait because there is hope, as the Deputy Director General has said.
When
the better days have started.
The thing is that Rhoda was talking about passion. And I think what has kept us going is passion.
Exactly.
That is what has kept us going. Thank you so much, Mr. Ba, and congratulations to all of us for our 16th anniversary.
Okay, so we still have the Vicky's cake, who prepared that cake for us, but we need maybe you need to share your contact in case people want to get to you.
Before I leave, I mean the sports that will be witnessing today. What's going to be my role and my man?
He's going to do skill.
No, they have to let them do it. I just want them to do
Francis. You know he's Vatican. So
no, Francis is someone is going to carry.
There's going to be a tug of peace, right?
Yeah, tug of peace. We went there.
Okay.
Not tug of war. I like that. Tug of peace.
But let us just go through the papers quickly.
No, we're still waiting for Madam Vicky to
Madam,
announce
yes,
her contact. Yes.
So what's your contact? Because the thing is that what you've done for the SLBC shows that you are really
Part of us.
You are really part of us. You are in love with the SLBC. Now tell us what
So we are on all social media platforms as Antivities Cakes. Our location is Waterloo and our contact is 076 920516.
Go right again slowly.
076 920516.
All right.
And your name again?
Auntie Vicky's
Cakes. You can check us out on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. And that is how the celebration has begun. And it is going to be here till the evening.
Until evening.
Yes.
Till late.
Yes. Okay.
We go through the papers.
Yes, quickly.
So I start with the Standard Times. Plots to move, rebuild for resilience projects. From USL exposed, and possession of 58 wraps of Kush, youth jailed 18 years. At large AGM, Philip Neville, remember. These and more you'll find in the Standard Times newspaper.
Well, and from the Standard Times, I move on to the Calabash newspapers. Calabash says Sierra Leone Shelter Afrique and TAF, Global Africa, forge alliance for housing development. Also here in the Calabash newspaper, Slash concludes today AGM with renewed commitment to press freedom, responsible journalism. These are some of the stories in the Calabash newspaper.
From the Calabash, we go to the Satellite newspaper. Satellite newspaper, to boost trade and investment opportunities, European Chamber of Commerce unveils in Salon. As government signs MOU with Malian contractors, 22,000 housing units for civil servants. President Bio honored in Nigeria. These and more you'll find in the Satellite newspaper.
From the Satellite newspaper, I move on to the sports world. And it says Cricket Sierra Leone expands technical expertise via ICC tutor program. NOC, CGA, SLE President urges result-oriented approach to sports development. These are some of the stories you can see in the sports world.
And that's the official newspaper for the Sports Writers Association of Sierra Leone, SWASA.
Right.
So now we go to our final paper for today, which is the Heritage newspaper. Heritage, Tony Elumelo appointed chairman of Seplat Energy. Chief Minister reaffirms EU Sierra Leone cooperation. These stories plus more you'll find.
From there, I move on to my final paper. Don't look the list, and it is the Africa 24. Africa 24 says Aminata and Sons expanding competition and strengthening fuel security in Sierra Leone. Who knows the law better? I think this is an editorial. Well, these are some of the stories you can see in the Africa 24, and with that, we say goodbye. It has been Good Morning Sierra Leone, being a special good morning because today is a day for us. We are celebrating 16 years, as SLBC since the transformation in 2010. It was in June, the 15th of June 2010, that this establishment was officially commissioned by the then UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and the then President of the country, Dr. Alice Baikoroma. We're very thanks to the entire production team and our birthday coordinator, Dana YT, for this great work. It is a marvel.
Today is the birthday.
And today is her birthday also.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with
This is double celebration. Thank you so much.
No, it has
Well, this is how we bring the curtain down for today's edition of Good Morning, Sierra Leone. And many thanks to our producer, Daphne Zainab Kamara, for putting this program together, and to all our guests. And happy birthday to the SLBC. My name is Frances Bernard. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and please join us as we celebrate our 16th anniversary.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just take few ladles and your soup is done. And its flavor, it's amazing. This is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. And this is Nkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available Brown Gold Natural Cocoa Powder, Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, Neat Fufu Flour, Shito, Pisa, and Moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart, live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.